What you do? Dude, what did you do? What's up, guys? Mike from PodgeDay60, and today, if you can maybe guess, I'm back at my buddy's house. We're gonna work on that Audi and try to get that thing running. He went out, got the map sensor, he got spark plugs, he's got oil, he's got a whole bunch of stuff. He's really determined on getting that thing running. I brought a crap ton of stuff down here with me, my little compressor, a whole bunch of different stuff, just so we can tackle this. I'm kind of thinking that maybe the map and the mass airflow sensor being bad and not reading correctly is the reason why the car's not wanting to fire. Because now it's got fuel. I tested the pressure. It's got fuel pressure. It's definitely coming up to the injectors, so it's just not staying running. So I think changing the mass airflow sensor might do some good. So, and yeah, I guess we're just gonna tackle this. So I'll kind of show you guys changing the mass airflow sensor, maybe changing the spark plug, stuff like that. And so I'll kind of be like a how-to on a 3.2 liter V6 Audi 2004, 2006, whatever the hell year it is. I can't remember, but I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna help him. We're gonna get this thing started today. I feel good. We're determined. I am tired as hell from working the past weekend, all weekend. I haven't slept. I'm super tired. I just want to go sleep, but I want to get this car running. So, gonna go see what we can do, and I feel good that we're gonna get this thing going today. So, wish us luck. All right, so we're gonna change the map sensor on this Audi, and again, it's a 3.2 liter V6. What year is it?
Quattro, 2008.
2008 Quattro. So the map sensor is actually very easy to change. It's something that you guys can do. The only thing that you guys may need is a flathead screwdriver, and you need a T20 Torx bit. That's it. And you can change this yourself. No problem. It'll take you about 3 minutes to do. So don't waste your time going to the dealer or to a garage and do it. This is something you can do very, very easy with no mechanical skills whatsoever. The map sensor is going to be, here's your intake. It's very easy to find if I just do this way. Your map sensor is right there. That little thing with all the little numbers on it and everything. All there is one. You can kind of move this vacuum line out of the way. You don't need to take it off. There it is. Now you guys can really see it. There's one electrical connector right there. You just got to push in and be able to pop out. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this with one hand. You want to do that for me?
Yeah.
You want to pop that out? If you take a screwdriver, put it down there, pry out the clip just a little bit, and that's it. Comes right out. Just check the connector itself. Make sure it's not corroded. There's no chuggies or anything in there. Yes, I said chuggies. And then all you have to do is, like I said, that's a T20 Torx bit. You just crack those loose. Be very easy when you do that, and make sure you use the T20 and just put it on here. You know, use a 1/4-inch ratchet with an extension and just crack that one loose and then crack that one loose. Don't take one out all the way versus the other one. Just crack them both loose, then take them out. And then you want to go to the other one. Crack the other one loose. Here, you want to move this line out of the way?
Yeah.
Now with that other one being loose, you can just take them right out. We scanned it with our scan tool. It came up as the MAF, M-A-F, mass airflow sensor. That was bad, so that's why we're changing it. But yeah, just wiggle and pull up on it, and there you go. There'll be a little O-ring right around here. They obviously want to make sure it comes out with the sensor when you take it out. Inspect the hole. Make sure that it's good and clean. If you see any oil or anything built up in there, then obviously clean it out. This looks pretty good, so we can just pop the other one in. You could lubricate that O-ring, but it's not absolutely necessary. So then when you push it in, you'll hear a little, like you guys probably just heard, get the bolt started. You just want to make sure that you don't start them, obviously, when you start. Alright, now those are good and tight. All you have to do is just slide that electrical connector on so you hear it click into that little spot. And in this case, this one doesn't click. Usually you'll hear it click. As long as you can pull on it and it doesn't come back off, you're good. And that's it. The map sensor is changed. Changing the spark plugs. I'm gonna start with the passenger side. I already we pulled this off. Oh, this is just a big clamp. Get yourself a pair of, like a big pair of channel locks. I'll press this clamp, pop this off, and then I'm just gonna, that just pops off like that for your air box. And this one is held on by 2 Phillips head screws. Phillips head screws out. And then voila, now that's all exposed. So much easier. We're gonna have to take this connector off, and in order to take this connector off to have room to pull it, because it's secured by 2, I believe, T15 Torx bits. Here, that one's loose right there, and then we're gonna loosen this one up back here. I just removed these 2 bolts here, so I think we're gonna have to take this hose off that goes to the intake, or the throttle body, I mean, right here. So we might have to take this out. There's 2 screws here. I'm gonna take these out. I just loosen them, and then see, I can probably show you if you just wiggle and pull, you can get these all broken off and free from. Trying to do this one hand is very hard. See, now they're free of the spark plug, but as you guys can see, they're not going to come out enough because it's hitting the air box here, and this is all just one solid piece of wire. So if we remove this air box, then this will all just pop out, and then we can take the spark plugs out, put the new ones in, put these back in there, and just reverse the process, and then this side will be done. I removed this hose from the throttle body that goes to the air box, which is this hose right here. All it has is 2 of these style clamps that all you have to do is compress. There was 2, this line right here just sits in this little holder here. You just pull it out. So yeah, there's that. And then there's 2 Phillips head screws. Take out for the air box. And look, there's the air filter in here. This is basically how to change your air filter too. And a good time to change it too if you're changing your spark plugs, because you got to take this out. Just kind of move this line over, pull up, wiggle, and then kind of hold that over there, and then bam. So what you guys have to do, and I figure out, I think it'd be the easiest way to do this here, is just to disconnect this. You just take your flathead, you hear a little pop, and then pull, and then same thing on all those. And now this is free of the ignition coils, so now we can take one out. So I always suggest doing one at a time. Like I said, I pop these all loose. It's always good to just pop them out loose so you know they're not on the spark plug. Do one at a time, put them right back the same way. Pull these straight out, inspect. To get the spark plug out, it's just a 5/8 spark plug socket. And just make sure you get the rubber in there so you can grab it. And then if you have like probably about a 6-inch extension, that would work perfect. I obviously had to use 2. This is all I had. The old plug, and here's the new plug. So just make sure you put a little bit of anti-seize on the threads and drop it back down in the hole and tighten it back up. Now we're gonna stick this back in the hole. And yeah, obviously you wanna make sure the gap is correct, which these were all pre-gapped and checked them real quick. We're all good to go. You don't want to go, like I say, you don't want to go crazy. I know it started because I pulled on it. This just takes a little while. And you don't want to use like an impact gun or cordless impact to do spark plugs. Don't ever do that. This is something that has to be done by hand. Alright, so that's good and tight. It's stopped. See, like I'm trying to tighten it, and that's it. I'm just gonna go about a quarter turn like that. That's it, done. This is all clean. We're gonna stick this back in here. And like I said, you really want to do one at a time, just so you know. So now that's on, the spark plug good. And then I usually just put a thumb here and a thumb here. I push down here that lift. That's it. That one's done. Then I'm just gonna repeat the process for all the other ones, and then I'll show you the other side if there's anything special that I have to take off. But realistically, this is the whole thing. You take these bolts out, the T15 Torx bits, and then remove the airbox on the passenger side. Be able to get the clearance here, pop these clips out with a flathead screwdriver, and then change spark plugs with a 5/8 spark plug socket, and about a 6-inch extension and a 3/8 ratchet. That's all you really need. So we just got done doing the spark plugs on the Audi. I just kind of want to show you guys how to change the MAP / mass airflow sensor on these cars, because when it said the mass airflow sensor was bad, I was actually looking where a mass airflow sensor normally would be on the intake, and it's not. The MAP and MAF are the same sensor on these cars. Kind of just want to do a little tutorial, guys, on how to do that. Like you guys saw in my last video of changing the fuel pressure regulator underneath the car. It's kind of cool because there really is not a lot of write-ups and a lot of videos on these Audis, especially the A4 Quattro, the 3.2 liter V6. There's really not that much. There's quite a bit on the turbo models, but nothing really on the V6 models. So it kind of figures, since part of my channel is fixing stuff and breaking stuff and then fixing what we broke, it's kind of cool to kind of show you guys actually how to do stuff with my mechanical skills. So I am going to end this video. Sorry for blabbling on, but I just kind of want to explain everything and what's going on. I am going to end this video here. You guys already know what to do. Just go down below, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one.